Tour of Texoma continues, and on this Veterans Day, it is a perfect time to take you to Iowa Park and shine a spotlight in a special Veterans Voices on a man who's no stranger to many of you. 20 years before Larry Dutton started Iowa Park's Dutton Funeral Home in 1989, he found himself in Vietnam, and events from his time in the Army are still shaping his life today.
Where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of a home far away. Oh,
it seems like it's so far back I can't remember. Yet, part of it seems like it was just yesterday.
It was July 18th, 1968, when 20-year-old Larry Dutton was inducted into the U.S. Army. The Electra native was drafted and says he was soon compelled to apply for a conscientious objector status.
Well, I felt like it was wrong for me to bear arms against a fellow man, whether it be an enemy or a friend. So I thought, well, I'm going to apply, and if it's meant to be, I'll get it. Otherwise, I'll serve with a rifle. So anyhow, I got the status.
After basic training at Fort Sam Houston and San Antonio, Dutton trained to become a combat medic and arrived in Vietnam in January 1969. With this platoon, Dutton walked between two machine gunners everywhere they went.
They had the machine guns, and I had the medical badge. So that's what they were wanting, was someone that would dedicate their time and their life to taking care of them.
On January 24th, 1969, while on patrol in the jungle area, the reality of war set in.
About mid-morning, this friend came up to me and he said, "Doc, I'm going home." I said, "Well, we're all planning to go home." He said, "No, I mean, I'm going home today." And I said, "Well, maybe not, because there's no planes coming in to take anybody out." He said, "You don't understand. I'm going home." I said, "You mean you're going to die today?" He said, "That's it."
20 minutes later, Dutton's friend was killed. 6 others, including Dutton, were wounded after one of the others tripped a wire that detonated a booby trap.
When he got hit, I ran up to him, and he was already dead. And I said, well, he went home. Very sad, very, very sad, because I had made a good friend. The few short hours we'd been together, I had made a good friend. This is where I got hit, on the hand, arm, chest. Another one right there in the throat. That one in the throat missed my jugular vein by 1/8 of an inch.
After time in the hospital, Dutton was soon back in the field and says one evening on patrol, he'd accepted he too was probably going home.
And all of a sudden, we started getting fire from snipers, and they were in caves, and the bullet went right by my ear, and I heard it as it went by.
Then, while again on patrol, on March 2nd, 1969, Dutton was on the front line caring for a wounded soldier when he stepped on a landmine that tore up his foot. He then heard another click.
I heard that click of that other landmine or bomb, whatever it was that was going to explode. They had laid me down right by it. My head was 6 inches from the detonator, and when I heard that click, I looked up at the sergeant and I said, "Sarge, don't move. Let them move me, and then you jump as high as you can." So they moved me over and got me on the helicopter, and when they got me far enough over, he jumped and it exploded. But it was a low explosion.
Dutton says 3 others, including his sergeant, survived in that field, but at least a dozen others did not.
They wanted to amputate my foot, and I wouldn't let them. So they sent me back to the United States. Good Lord had his hand over me. That's all I can say.
Among Larry's memories from the Vietnam War are his dog tags that he, of course, was very happy to bring home alive, and his 2 Purple Hearts. Norma Dutton says it's often been a struggle for Larry to deal with those memories.
The first several years after that, I couldn't even stand to talk about it. I didn't want to talk to anybody about it.
We just have to say it was God that got him back. And his mother and I both, you know, prayed. I'm sorry, I get emotional. But we prayed every day for him many times. And we just think it was by the grace of God that he got home and was basically okay.
It was years later they discovered Dutton was not okay.
I became a diabetic, and I'm now on insulin. I live on insulin. And then the next step was Parkinson's disease. And the VA has considered all these things due to the Agent Orange.
He did not want to carry a gun and take a life. He did not refuse to go serve his country. And it's been hard when you think about what he did for the country, and now he's paying the price, basically with his life.
Can you look back with pride?
Sure. Very much so. Because I'm proud of what I did for my country.
And with the continued passing of so much time, the whole family will forever remain proud, too.
And I'd do it again if the need came.
Dutton was interviewed and he received a position in Fort Sam Houston's Brooke Army Medical Center. He was there until he separated from the service on July 17, 1970. As a specialist 5th class, he says he was one of the few enlisted persons to instruct doctors who would come into the Army as officers. And here's something else. Since our interview, that was about 7 weeks ago, Dutton contracted COVID-19. Also pneumonia. That was just a couple of weeks ago. But this tough warrior who never gives up, he was released from the hospital last week, and I'm very glad to say, Melanie, that he is doing much better.
I mean, my mouth was like to the floor the whole time through that story, and I mean, just an incredible man right there. I mean, my goodness. And photojournalist Curtis Jackson put that story together. He did a wonderful job tonight.